Hello, hello! So today is part 3 of our intuitive eating series. If you've been following along, part 1 we talked about why intuitive eating is not like other diets that you've tried. Part 2 was how we find that balance between hunger and fullness. And then today, I really think, and this is like the key to intuitive eating. If you have this down, yes, there are other factors that are super important, but if you can get this down today, you will have much smoother sailing. I'm Victoria Yates. I am a registered nurse and certified health nut turned intuitive eater, and today we're going to be talking all about the satisfaction factor. I'm trying to figure out what to eat. Yeah. So have you ever been there? You're hungry, but you just don't know what to eat. You know, it can be a big debacle sometimes. Maybe you're looking at your fridge and you're feeling that you're hungry, but it's not quite mealtime yet. Or maybe your pantry's not filled with enough low-calorie foods for you. So these are all thoughts that can go into our heads when we have that diet mentality that previously has told us when and what to eat. But what we're missing out with those thoughts is we're missing that satisfaction factor. And this is so key for intuitive eating, because if you aren't being satisfied by the foods that you're eating, it's going to take way more food and way more calories to actually meet that hunger need than, say, if you did eat satisfying foods. So think about the last time you dieted. What dictated how you ate? Were you only eating low-calorie foods, or foods that were low in fat and therefore really bland? What about how much you ate? Was it the diet that told you how much to eat and gave you that quantity and you ate that regardless of if you were full or not? So the reason why your diet failed is not because you failed. Let me say that again. The reason why your diet failed is not because you failed. The reason why your diet failed is because it was lacking in the satisfaction factor. So you can have satisfaction with all your meals if you follow these 3 things. Number 1, you have to have enough quantity. Number 2, you need to eat enough nutrients. And number 3, you have to eat what you want to eat. Okay, eat enough quantity. So if you're leaving a meal and you're still feeling a little hungry, the best thing for you to do is to grab something to eat. If you don't tend to that hunger, it's going to pile up, the deprivation is going to pile up, and you're going to most likely overeat at your next meal. If you're having some issues or still trying to figure out how to find that balance between hunger and fullness and feel that for yourself, be sure to check out my previous video on how to find that happy balance between hunger and fullness, and I'll be sure to link that in the comments below. Okay, so up next is get enough nutrients. And what does that mean? That means getting a good variety of proteins, carbs, fats, fruits, vegetables, all the sorts. And I know for me, I've found that the most satisfying foods are going to be composed of some amount of protein, carbs, and fat. And you might be asking, well, how much is enough? And I can't really answer that because that kind of gets us back into that diet mentality where we're focusing on quantity, and the truth is enough is going to be enough for you. And that's what intuitive eating is all about, figuring out what that is for you and your body. So like I said, when you focus on getting enough nutrients, mainly focusing on you having enough carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, those are going to be your building blocks for all of your body systems, and they are going to leave you feeling the most satisfied. All right, and lastly, you have to eat what you want to eat. If you're constantly eating foods that you really don't want, you may want to revisit that diet mentality thought and see if there's anything still lingering there that is telling you that you can or can't eat certain foods. Are you still listening to food rules of certain foods being good or certain foods being bad? So satisfaction really is going to be best achieved when you eat what you want and you listen to your cravings. Okay, so once you learn how to eat for satisfaction, when you start to let go of all those diet rules and really eat what you want to eat, you'll notice a couple things changing. You'll notice your view of food will change. You'll start to see it as the amazing life that it brings and the energy and the ability to help regulate your sleep and wake cycles, so many things. But not only that, you'll notice that you're going to be eating what you want to eat without guilt and just with pleasure. So I hope you guys enjoyed that talk on satisfaction. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to connect with you guys. Just comment below with what you think about satisfaction, any questions you guys have, and if this is kind of a topic that you're really interested in and want to learn more, I actually have a free email course all about this thought of listening to your cravings. It is called the Love Food, Love You course. And it's free, it's on the blog, you can sign up. It's a week-long course with all the info and more details on how to listen to your cravings in a healthy and balanced way. So again, you can check that out at the blog at steelandchiffon.com. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to be talking about intuitive exercise. Until then, let me know if you need anything or if you have any questions, and I'll see you then.